It'll save it in different parts. And then the other thing is, change this to US customary. If you don't, you'll have a headache because the homework assignment is given customary units. You can also use metric units. So if you don't remember, if you create this project and you don't change that, you'll start putting stuff in and you'll realize it's all in metric. It might be easier just to start over at that point because you can kind of convert it. It's better just to make sure you say US customary, and then most of the units will be there for you. All right, so we have our model. So now we can, here are the different components I talked about. You have your basin model, meteorological model, control specification, time series data, paired data. We won't use the gridded one. So let's start with our basin model. I'm going to create a new model. Just going to call it basin. Homework 18. You can be creative if you want to go for the better name. So now we have our basin. Open it up and you have a blank sheet here. Okay? So now we can use our different components. Here are the different components. So this is, you hover over it, that's the sub-basin if I want to create sub-basins. There's a reach tool. Here's the reservoir creation tool, junction creation, diversion, source, sink. You won't use those ones. So if you click on it, you'll get the crosshairs. I can click, add a sub-basin. I'll just leave it as sub-basin 1. Click, add another one, sub-basin 2. Click, add another one, sub-basin 3. All right. So if you have the homework assignment, you can look and see how it's structured. There's basically like the drawing we have here, except for there's just a reservoir at the end, and that's it. And for the homework, these are also all going to be SCS, curve number, synthetic unit hydrographs. You can do other ones, excuse me, with this, but I just was trying to keep it as simple as possible. All right, so if I click on sub-basin 1, it's going to open up aspects for me to start entering things in. So the first thing I need to do is put the area of the basin in miles squared. So I give you the areas in acres, so you will have to convert that, but that should be the only conversion you have to do. So the first one is 0.46875. You don't need to worry about canopy or surface method. So loss method is infiltration. So we're going to change this to SCS curve number. For whatever reason, I like to warn you about it. I guess I really did want to change that. Transformation method is essentially a hydrograph method. We're going to change it to the SCS unit hydrograph. That's the synthetic unit hydrograph that we talked about. Then there's also base flow method. We're just going to say none for all of them. We're going to assume no base flow before we start. We're just going to have that. So now that I've changed all of those, you'll see that I have tabs here for loss. So loss, and it's going to say, okay, put in your curve number for the basin. So I'll type in the curve number. So for basin 1, it's 85%. Impervious is 65% for that basin. Transformation, this is the unit hydrograph. You can just leave it as the standard SCS one. And then you just need to put in the lag time. The lag time is given on the sheet here. And for basin 1, it's 11 minutes. And then you need to hit apply. When I was doing that today, I forgot to hit apply, and I just closed out of it, and I had to go back through and enter it all in again, because it won't save it if you don't hit apply. So now I can go do the same thing for sub-basin 2. Sub-basin 2 has an area of 1.25 miles squared. I'm going to change this again to curve number. Change this one to SCS unit hydrograph. And then say none for the base flow. My loss method, put in my curve number, which for basin 2 is 78%. Impervious is 0, so I'll just leave that. And then transformation, it has 14-minute lag. So I'll say apply. Close out of that one. Basin 3, Same process. Area here is 1.65625. Curve number. CS unit hydrograph. None. Curve number for that basin is 58. Percent impervious is also 0. And the transformation, the lag time on that one is 23. Alright, so now I have my subbasins set up. Now the one thing you gotta remember about this HEC HMS model is, although I've set these up, subbasin 1, subbasin 2, subbasin 3, in the same sort of configuration as what my basin is, it's not actually connecting any of them together, okay? You have to actually physically say, subbasin 1 is connected to something, subbasin 2 is connected to something. You can't just like put them next to each other and they won't like spatially connect, okay? So the other components I need a reservoir, so I'm going to add a reservoir that's at the bottom of my basin. Now, and so subbasin 3 goes directly into reservoir 1. So if I click on subbasin 3, you'll see here that it has this option here for downstream. And I have an option there. Ah, look, I can choose reservoir 1. So I'm going to make reservoir 1 as my downstream option. And I save it, and you'll see it drew a line between those. So this didn't do any kind of routing. There's no routing going on here. It's just connecting subbasin 3 directly to the reservoir, because the reservoir in this homework problem is at the end of the basin. Okay, subbasin 3, just like the other one, just goes directly into it. Now subbasin 1 and subbasin 2, they have to be routed using some sort of routing method. So I need to add a reach, okay? So I come here, click the reach creation tool. I can draw lines. You can draw them so that they are close to matching each other, but you still have to connect them. Even if you try to put it right on, it doesn't actually connect them. So I'm just going to draw them like this for right now so you can see that. And so if I come here and I click on my reach, you'll see, okay, I have some different methods here. Routing method, we're going to choose the Muskingum method. Leave the other ones untouched. If we go to the routing properties here, you'll see you have a K value and an X value, just like we covered in class. So the K value that I give you is 0.15, and the X value is 0.1. And so now I can also say downstream, where do I want this reach to connect to? So this is reach 1. I want it to connect to the reservoir. I will apply that, and you'll see it'll connect it there. Now, this is what I'm saying. Even if you try to draw it on there, it won't actually connect it. You have to physically go through and say connect to reservoir 1. Okay? And now I can come to reach 2. Do the same thing. I'm going to change it to Muskingum. Go to routing. 0.15 and 0.1. Back to the reach. Downstream. Again, I want to connect this to, see, now I have reach 1 as an option. If I wanted to connect reach 1 to reach 2, I could. But I'm going to just connect it to reservoir 1 also, because I want that to connect. Why? Drag that over. So you see, so now I have reaches going into the reservoir, so I just need to connect subbasin 1 to reach 1 and subbasin 2 to reach 2. So if I click on subbasin 1, say downstream of it, I want it to be reach 1. Save that, and I'll connect them together. So like the thin line means there's no routing, no anything that's going on there. It's just connecting the components together. And then subbasin 2, downstream, I'm going to change that to reach 2. Save it. So now I have my basic architecture of my basin set up, right? Any questions thus far about what's going on? Everybody's just intently watching and enjoying? Good, because you'll have to go do this yourself. So. All right, so you have this all set up. So now we have to start adding data to it. We need to put in our precipitation data. We need to put in our reservoir characteristics data.